This is another tutorial brought to you by WholesaleVinylFencing.net. So the first thing you want to do is go through and mark all your bottom and top rails and then fit your rails before you put the pickets in. Make sure you mark them so your pickets are going to have an even space on both sides of the post. Cut the rails with a vinyl cutting blade or a sawzall, something that's going to give it a nice smooth finish. Simply fit the bottom and the top rail. You want to make sure you have even spaces, so measure from the picket to the post so everything stays the same. With self-tapping screws, just put a screw into the top corner of each rail next to the post. This is going to make it so your rails don't slide back and forth and your gaps will stay the same. Now remember, when installing your rails, that there is a difference between the top and the bottom rail. The top rail has a slot so the pickets can slide through. The bottom rail is solid. Now you're just basically going to repeat these steps for the remainder of your project. So with any kind of flat tool, pry open your top rail so you can slide your first picket in next to each post. And then you're going to slide the middle picket in. What you're doing is you're opening up that top rail so you're not having to fight it when you put every single picket in. It makes it much easier. So here we don't have a 90-degree corner, it's more like a 45. So with a corner like this, you actually have to just butt your rail up as if it was to go in and mark your post. And what we're going to do is we're going to just cut that post out a little bit so our rail will fit inside. The easiest way to cut the hole out is with a rotozip with a burr tip. It creates a clean cut and it goes pretty quick. If you routed your holes right, the rails should fit perfectly. Now glue each side of the cap and simply place it on your picket. To finish up the project, put on your post cap, and with a self-tapping screw, screw the cap on. And the last step of your project, if you have any gates, is to hang the gate. And pay attention to the hinges because they are directional. Your gate will only swing one way. They come with self-tapping screws. You just screw those into your frame. This frame happens to be a metal frame. And then just screw it into your post. Make sure the top rails match up so everything, your horizontal lines look nice and straight. Level your gate and make any necessary adjustments on your hinge. Now apply your latch to your latch post. And then you're going to apply your striker to the gate. Remember, do not apply the striker until your gate has been fully adjusted. If you do, your striker will not work. Well, that concludes this tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. For more projects, you can visit WholesaleVinylFencing.net. And as always, please subscribe. Thanks a lot.